These were the most peaceful 5 years of Iron Man's life. After watching Spider-Man turn to dust right in front of him and being powerless to stop it, when he returned to Earth, he walked away from the superhero life, settled down with Pepper, and started living like a normal person. They even had a daughter, Morgan. But one day, Captain America and the others suddenly showed up at his doorstep. They had a plan to use the quantum realm to travel back in time, collect all 6 Infinity Stones before Thanos could get them, and use the snap to bring back everyone who had disappeared. Tony immediately refused. He had already run the numbers, and the risks were simply too high. More importantly, he had a wife and daughter now, and he wasn't willing to gamble everything he had. With no other choice, Cap and the others left the research behind and walked away. They then turned to Banner. Over the past 5 years, Banner had gone through a transformation of his own. He had finally managed to combine Hulk's incredible strength with his own intelligence. When he heard the plan, he admitted that time travel wasn't exactly his area of expertise, but he was willing to give it a shot. The team quickly built a time travel device, but their very first test went horribly wrong. After Ant-Man entered the quantum realm, he came back as a kid, then an old man, and eventually even a baby. Luckily, Black Widow shut the machine down in time and got him back to normal. Meanwhile, Tony still couldn't get the idea out of his head. When he looked at a photo of himself with Spider-Man, he finally changed his mind and had Friday run another simulation using the data. This time, against all odds, it worked. Tony rushed to the Avengers compound that same night. Not only did he bring a working time-space GPS, but he also returned Captain America's repaired vibranium shield. Banner headed to New Asgard, where he found that the once mighty Thor had turned into an overweight, beer-drinking wreck. Ever since failing to stop Thanos, Thor had been consumed by guilt. He could barely even handle hearing Thanos' name, but there was one thing that finally got his attention.
There's beer on the ship.
And what kind?
At the same time, Black Widow traveled to Tokyo and found Hawkeye, who had taken on the identity of Ronin. With that, the Avengers were together again. The team began mapping out exactly when and where each of the 6 Infinity Stones had appeared in the past. In the end, they split into 3 teams and prepared to travel to different points in time. The machine powered up, and in an instant, the group entered the quantum realm and arrived at the 2012 New York battle. The Chitauri army was invading Earth, and the original Avengers had just come together for the first time. Cap and the other 3 arrived, confirmed the locations of the stones, and immediately split up. Banner headed to the New York Sanctum looking for Dr. Strange, only to learn from the Ancient One that Strange was still just a surgeon at this point. The Time Stone actually belonged to her. Banner tried to take it by force, but with a single strike, the Ancient One knocked his astral form right out of his body. With no other option, Banner explained the truth and begged her to lend him the Time Stone so they could save the future. But the Ancient One refused. The Infinity Stones helped maintain the proper flow of time, and removing even one stone from its era could create a dangerous new branch of reality. Then, Banner asked one crucial question.
And why the hell did Strange give it away?
The Ancient One froze. She immediately realized that Strange must have seen something she hadn't. In the end, she chose to trust him and handed Banner the Time Stone. Meanwhile, Tony and Ant-Man infiltrated Stark Tower to steal the Tesseract, while Captain America went after Loki's scepter and the Mind Stone inside it. When Cap stepped into an elevator packed with undercover Hydra agents, he didn't start a massive fight like he had the first time around. Instead, he simply leaned in and whispered,
"Hail Hydra."
The agents stared at him in disbelief. Just like that, Cap walked away with the scepter without throwing a single punch. But the moment he stepped out of the elevator, a very familiar figure suddenly appeared in his path.